Fury key. Activate. Link to morphing grid.
Hi, I'm Tessa Rao, and I play Izzy Garcia, the Green Ranger.
Hi, I'm Kainalu Moya, and I play Ali Akana, the Blue Ranger.
My name is Chance Perez. I play Javier Garcia on Power Rangers Dino Fury.
I'm Rangers Dino. I play Amelia Jones, the Pink Power Ranger on Power Rangers Dino Fury and soon to be Cosmic Fury.
My name is Russell Curry, and I play Zato, the Red Ranger on Power Rangers Dino Fury.
I'm Jordon Fite. I play Ion, the Gold Ranger, aka the Foosters on Power Rangers.
You guys are a part of a series that has been such a big part of so many people's lives. You're living the dream of so many, not just children, but also adults now too. So how has it been really getting to take a part of that?
Surreal. I feel like that will never not be my answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on that same word because it's so hard to sum up in one sentence. But it's as all of us say, it's an honor to be a part of the franchise.
Yeah, it's been, I think, a massive honor for all of us and pretty surreal. A lot of it's been pretty surreal. I just went to my first convention in LA in Pasadena, and that was, I think, actually the first time that I really got a sense of how huge the franchise is and the community and how supportive and loving and amazing they are. And it was very, very heartwarming. And I just feel very lucky.
Yes, I feel the same way. And to add on to that, it's just so cool being a role model and inspiration for kids. I mean, those are the ones that really, at least when I'm out there, they might recognize me and notice me. And that feels really cool because inspiring them, that's been a dream come true.
It's such a dream come true, honestly. I mean, I watched Power Rangers as a kid. It was everything to me. So, I still feel like I'm dreaming sometimes. I'm like, is this really happening? Do I actually get to do this? It's wild to me. It's so fun though.
Still like going through this whole process and then just doing the third season in general, it's just making me having to re-believe it all over again.
Yeah, again, for real.
Since the original Mighty Morphin, so it's like I need to be re-pinched right off. I was just getting used to being a Power Ranger. Now I'm going back to doing season 3, which is amazing. So I love it. I love each and every part of it. The Ranger Nation is amazing. So it just all ties in, and it's an amazing overall thing.
How have you seen your character grow over these seasons?
My character definitely goes through a lot of growth and big changes for the better. I think, I could argue probably the most drastic, I guess you could say, because from episode 1 of season 1, he's just the snobby guy and all about himself, and he's never really had a team to work with, and he is quite smart and intelligent, so he's always at his own pace, and if someone isn't on that same page, then he might get a little irritated, he might be a little jerk here and there. But as the course of season 1 and going into season 2, especially the ending that's coming out soon, he really changes for the better, which is great for his team. So that it's been nice seeing his character development throughout the show.
Yeah, I feel like all of our characters, like, I guess we as people kind of learn a lot throughout the time, and the people around us teach us a lot and really important lessons. And I think for Izzy, one of her biggest things is that she's so sort of tunnel vision focused that sometimes she loses perspective of what is really important, and especially at the beginning. And I really enjoyed sort of going on the journey with her of realizing her priorities and moments and when things needed to be prioritized past maybe her own individual sort of goals or dreams for the good of the team or the good of whatever needs to be happening. And I think that was a really important lesson for her to learn. And I think she continues to learn some pretty cool lessons and grow in a lot of really cool ways throughout the, like Kai said, in the episodes coming out soon. So I'm excited for everyone to see that.
I think I've seen my character grow a lot in a couple different ways. I think one with his sister and himself, the relationship that they have, it's always been strong, but I feel like you watch that grow even more throughout the season and a half that's out right now, and you see them banter a little bit more and like laugh with each other and be there for each other. So I really love their relationship. I also love Javi's relationship with his music and how much that means to him. And in season 2, when he's talking with his dad and his dad finally accepts that that's who he is and that's what he loves, and he accepts that about him. He asks him if he's going to make a career of it, and he's like, I don't know, career is kind of a scary word. But I think it's nice that he's finally kind of looked at that love that he's had for so long and be like, I can really do something with this. And I think that's a special moment for him with his music and also for his relationship with his father.
Yeah, I think for Amelia, she only had her pop growing up because, her parents were lost in this whole mysterious accident. And I think when she has that moment on the stairs with Pop when she's Pink Ranger, she finds out like a little bit more. And I think now that she's a Ranger, she feels like she has like the support team and system who like want her to get answers and like want her to like be happy and feel like she has like her family and knows what happens to them. So I think like with like season 2 especially, I feel like you can feel the bond between her and her teammates on the Ranger team to just be there for her and support her. And I feel like her relationship with Pop even grows because she finally knows a little bit more information.
Ion and Zato had they had their history together, and Ion came in hot-headed. Ion felt like his decision a long time ago was the best choice, and he's making Zato feel all this pressure on his back. And it took me, Ion, going through something to realize that being a leader isn't, the easiest thing to do. Hard decisions come with that. And I feel like that grew on Ion as well. That's why Ion was happy to give leadership back to Zato in the same episode to take off that. But Ion has grown as a character, and he's going to grow even more in this second part that comes out.
Zato and Ion have such an intertwined history, and we come from the outset wanting to see what happened to Rafcon, and then Ion comes into the team and he's like, well, I want to know what happened to Rafcon too. So then I don't get to be so alone in this journey to figure everything out. And I think, for me, not just the character development, but just the story arc progressing is so rewarding because there's so many questions that we've had even from episode 1, 2, and 3 of season 1 that we get all the answers to, especially in the second half of the second season. And, I think fans are going to be really happy to learn about all of the history and get to see, through our eyes how much it means to us and what happens. So I'm really, really, really excited to see people's reactions.
So, Power Rangers has always been driven towards a younger audience, but those of us who grew up with it, there's a lot of adult fans still. So what have you noticed about the age range of the fans and the fans that you've met in person?
It's just incredible how much like they know. Like there is a huge range, and everyone has such varying levels of dedication, interest, passion to different seasons, different characters, different storylines, and they all bring their own like sort of version or ideas behind all of those things. And it's so interesting to hear that. And I think the older people get, the more they can sort of dissect and understand and look into the sort of nuances of the show too, which means that it just becomes more and more interesting to talk to them. But I think, like Kai said, the kids are really you just want to keep doing it for them. They're the best.
Yeah, that's the main one for me. That's what really warms your heart the most, is when the kids just love it and they really look up to you. So that's a really cool thing that we have. But as far as the adult fans and the really committed ones that are still watching the show for the past over 2 decades, I think that brings a cool thing to the franchise. Like, for example, all the conventions and stuff that go on, the reason why those are a thing is because of the loyal and dedicated fan base that are adults, because none of the 6 to 9-year-olds are just going to be rolling up to the conventions by themselves. It has to be the adults that can go, and
that would be cool though.
Yeah, that would be cool. But they're the ones who really keep it alive. So it's been really cool seeing how dedicated they are.
Like exciting to see literally every single range of someone
Mhm.
finds some sort of connection with Rangers, and it's fantastic. I mean, I've had like 2-year-olds who like barely can speak can notice who we are and like come up and they're excited to see us and they love the show. But I've also had like I've had an elder man with like a walker come up to me once and like tell me how much he loves the show and he's watched every single season and how he's going to watch it for the rest of his life. And I think you can literally have every single fan. I guess that's the most interesting part of it is
Mhm.
because like there's
Yeah.
not one type of person out there that just hasn't resonated with any series.
We've got fans from every age group pretty much.
Yes, and everywhere in the
yeah.
world.
And
It's
everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
We're talking, mid 30s, 40s, and younger for the most part. And yeah, it's just so cool to see so much appreciation from people of all different walks of life. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, how old you are, what you look like. Everybody can be a Power Rangers fan.
Yeah.
So I think that's the most beautiful thing about it, and I really love that.
What can fans expect with this second half of season 2 that's coming out next week on Netflix?
In season 2, part 2, I think throughout this 2 seasons of Dino Fury, you can see it's like escalate more and more and more. The character arcs get more rich and more in depth, and the arcs with the villains and the plot line behind Rafcon and like all these different things. And in season 2, part 2, you see a lot of that stuff come to fruition. You can see even bigger character arcs being developed, and there's a lot more action coming. And we are really, really proud of this back half of season 2, and we really see it.
I think we
I
can
would say
expect a lot of cool things, a lot of big things, a lot of heavy hitters for sure, and that's not an exaggeration. That's definitely, I think, something that really makes our show of Dino Fury a lot different than maybe ones of recent past, because it's some heavy things going on.
A lot of firsts.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
think that continues through till the very end, which is continue to be really exciting as well, like as performers and as just even people reading the script, as fans of the show, like that was pretty cool, and I'm excited to be able to finally talk about it.
It's like the coolest thing about it is that usually it would be, oh my goodness, there's going to be this big ending, season 2, it's going to be huge, and we all know it is the ending, but it's also the beginning of something else. So
They just be the beginning.
yeah, even more of something to look forward to.
going to be a lot of things that happens that hasn't happened in Power Rangers history that has happened on this second half that you guys will see in a couple of hours. But what I can say is you'll see a lot of character development. The storyline is going to have you on the edge of your seat. I've watched it like 3 or 4 times already, and each time I watch it, no matter if it was the first or 4th time, I was still like locked in on the screen.
Mhm.
Man,
And
seriously.
that's what I love about it, because not too many. There has been people that have seen it already, and they have been reaching out, texting me, DMing me, and things like that. I don't respond. I don't want to respond yet. I'll respond after tomorrow. But I've seen some responses. They're just like, we haven't seen Rangers like I've never felt this way over a Power Ranger series.
How much do you know so far about what's going to happen with Cosmic Fury?
Not enough. I want to know more.
To be honest, we don't really know much at all, and we're not even just saying that. We don't.
The little tasters that we've got have made us really, really excited for what we know is to come. I think, like the things that we have been told, which unfortunately we cannot say. But I think that makes it better, because spoilers are the worst. So I think that we'd be doing you dirty if we did actually spoil anything. Yeah, I think that those little things made us all be like, oh, we want to know more. So we're with you. We just want to know more.
Everything is building from season 1 and then all the way to 2, and then now for Cosmic Fury. I think it keeps on climbing. It's not something that hit a peak and it's coming down. It's going up.
I hope we just continue to surprise everyone, and I hope that we continue to make the franchise proud. And I feel like since we still have our EP Simon and our writers and the whole same team, that I have no doubt that we'll create something great. And I'm just like really excited to actually create it and then put it out there.
It's really cool seeing everyone's like theories. People have really interesting, like crazy, like thoughtful theories. Some people are on the money maybe, but some people are like, I'm like, wait, we should have done that. That's such a cool idea. You know what I mean?
The things that we're going to do out there, from the information that we already know about the show is going to be epic. Like, this is going to be one of the best seasons of Power Rangers for people to see.
When we first found out that we were going back, I was just like, wow. Like, for I re-got the feeling from when I first booked the role for Dino Fury. I was just speechless. I'm an actual Power Ranger. And then I get used to it. And then I'm like, okay, I'm a Power Ranger. Boom. Oh, you guys going back for a season 3. Oh my God. We're starting all over again. So like I said before. So I'm very excited to be a part of something that hasn't happened. So that's history itself.
Say there are some fans like myself who hadn't watched some of the newer seasons. They just watched it as a kid. What would you tell them about Power Rangers now that may get them a little more interested and kind of picking back up where you guys are now?
I think Power Rangers has always been about, reflecting our society on the screen and diversity and inclusion. And I think that our season just really takes it to so many other levels. And I feel like if perhaps maybe you might have seen it in the past and not necessarily seen yourself represented on the screen, you're a lot more likely to feel that representation now. And I feel quite confident that the franchise will only keep moving forward. So I would, really suggest giving it a go. And the story, the writing is incredible. I think we've kept that nostalgia and that kind of feeling that the original season had, but we've really pulled it forward into the world that we live in now and trying to kind of reflect that as honestly and also as positively as possible, I think, which is I love about it.
Yeah, I think our team brought it to not only our cast, but producers and writers, Simon, everyone together just brought it to another level. And I think it shows that now we have Cosmic Fury coming in. I think it was a success. We all did a very good job. And so we're here, we're keep going.
We keep saying like our season is like the season of firsts. I mean, we're not only is the franchise all about the inclusivity and diversity, but like I feel like our season is just like preaching it, and it's great.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite things about our season is like not only like the reoccurring old school villains like Lord Zed coming in and like the great character arcs and storyline, but also something that I really love about it is that you can see the genuine relationships between us as actors and the characters. And when you watch it, you get that feeling of like, I know these guys. And that's Mighty Morphin had. And like some of my favorite shows like Friends or That 70s Show or whatever, like they have that bond and you can feel that when you watch our show. So that's probably about it.
If you two, both your characters, were put against each other into a fight, which one do you think would win? I have my theories, but what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, Kai. I think if it was Kai versus Tessa, Kai would win. But I think if it was Izzy versus Ollie, Izzy would win. And I stand by that. Izzy just be running circles around him, whereas like again in real life, Kai would and does run circles around me. So it flips.
I mean, yeah, I would probably have to agree. I'd say Izzy has more of an oomph in her life. I think she's just more a bit stronger willed. But at the same time, Ollie is doing a lot of development, and he actually likes to, he's gravitating towards being a harder worker when it comes to, those kind of things. So who knows?
I think he'd put up a good fight. It'd be very fun to watch.
Wait,
well, you balloon, but I was also distracted. So rematch?
Ooh, I'd be down for a rematch.
Fury, get a rematch in with Amelia and Javi.
No, I feel like they're too good of like friends and coworkers that I feel like it would just be just like the balloon fight. It would be all fun and games.
Deno.
Okay.
Obviously.
Okay. If that helps you sleep tonight, you go right ahead.
The truth always helps me sleep, my man. The truth always helps me sleep.
Oh man. That'll be a fun battle to see, though. Ion would take on that challenge.
It would definitely be fun. But at the end of the day, it's about teamwork. We're not going to be fighting each other. If it's a friendly competition, that's different. But
that is different.
If you could choose just one item to keep as a souvenir at the end of your Power Rangers career, only one item, what would that be?
Maybe the platform my Ranger stands on in the cockpit of the Megazord. That'd be cool.
The statue, the Dino Fury statue, my Sabretooth statue, it's massive, and this is an ideal world. So in an ideal world, I'd have somewhere to put it, and I think it's so cool.
That's actually a good idea. I didn't think of that. Yeah, it would be really cool to just have that in your yard or something at your house. Just boom, right there. I think I might
it'd be a
hop
good
on board.
landmark for everyone. Where's your house? Oh, like 1,000 miles away. You can see the massive saber-toothed tiger. Like, follow that.
I think I'd want to keep that too. But if we couldn't do the statue, then probably just one of the weapons or something. I don't know. I think that would be cool to have that propped up on a wall or something.
Stand? All the keys?
Yeah. Oh, that
would
and the
be.
base would be super cool.
I know what I want to take, but I can't say it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is it a spoiler for something else?
Yeah, so I won't say it. I'll say
Wait.
leather jacket. I think that's like a staple for now.
You'll have to tell me after because I'm curious what your answer is.
Finally, what do you want to say to fans now with this ending of season 2 coming out next week and then preparing for a whole new series with you guys?
I want to say thank you. Thank you for supporting the show and interacting with the show, because now we get to see you guys again. So thank you very much for that, and be ready because it's going to be great.
Yeah, and just please keep interacting. Like keep telling us your thoughts. Keep telling us what you think is going to happen. Keep sharing your feedback. Like we see it and we love it, and we're so grateful for you. And yeah, like Kai said, be ready. I think it's going to be a big one.
Swords combined! Primal Ultra Blast! You've returned! Who? Lord Zed? Go, Power Rangers!